what a mannequin is? Maddie Cameron.
A little man.
A little man. Somebody tell me what a miller does.
Miller.
Chase.
Malar.
Miller. What's a miller do? Alright.
He takes grain and he grinds it.
He grinds grain and flour. He mills it.
Good one.
Now, somebody explain to me spinning straw.
I know.
CJ, what are we talking about when we say spinning straw?
Like when you
Okay,
real thing.
Okay,
Now when
okay.
they spin, it like gets like a big color of meat and this rope and you start thinking.
Okay, you make yarn or thread from fibers. So you're supposed to take grass and spin it into gold. Now it said reels full of gold. So what does it mean to have reels, Tegan?
It's like a reel that's full of like almost like yarn.
Okay, good. So a
And
reel
it
is
basically
like a
holds
spool.
whatever you spun.
Good. Another word is a spool full of
So
gold.
how's it gonna bend like a piece of thread?
Because gold is actually very bendy. You can make good thread out of it.
Oh wow.
This is totally off subject, but since I'm a teacher or whatever, we can do it. So there's, you ever seen those mate or instructables? You guys know that stuff? So there's
Instructables.
instructables are like the maker fair, like maker type of people that make stuff. So there's these people that get into fashion and art and electronics, and it's all combined for them. And so they made these things like, they use like golden thread or silver thread because it's really good for electricity. And so when they, so like when they hug, it connects and their backs light up, you know, with like a pattern. Or they'll have like a glove that they wear, and when they high five, it connects the circuit and their arm just goes on like lights up.
That's legit.
It's kind of cool.
Or
Yeah.
isn't there one where like half a heart's on one, the other half is on the
Yeah,
other?
like connects.
And then when their shoulders touch the...
Yeah, or if you touch your hat, like you connect the circuit, it says hi.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's
So-
so cool.
So gold can be definitely put into thread. And then what does it mean when it says Rumpelstiltskin, I am styled? What does it mean he's styled something?
He got styled, brother.
Bella, what does it mean for him to be styled
He
Rumpelstiltskin?
got some new rag.
He has a new Gucci shirt.
That's his name.
It's his name. So when he says Rumpelstiltskin, I'm styled, it means Rumpelstiltskin is how I'm called. My name.
What's my name?
Okay,
What's my name?
here we go. What time is it? So 12. Would you guys do this on your another page here?
Are we supposed to write down those Oh yeah, Miss Richard.
Hey guys, please write this down in your book. Next page, not your sentence page. This is a new Rumpelstiltskin page. What?
Did God Yes, he did die.
Wait.
Is it this book?
Is that a 9 or 8?
I want to have an anxiety.
I still haven't seen it.
No. Hey, if you guys came in late, you girls, you got 5 sentences you can do based on that pattern.
That's speech.
Where's the color?
9 plot components.
Is this going to be on the same page as the Rumpelstiltskin you already made?
No. Okay.
We made Rumpelstiltskin.
Every story.
We didn't make.
Sorry.
None of
It was a page of notes.
Oh.
Guys, every story has 9 things in it. Otherwise, there's no story.
There it is.
Yes.
Can I read my sentence?
Oh, no. We're
Sorry.
Thank you. So, the 9 plot components are the 9 things that every story has.
It's getting there.
And the way I remember them is PAT, TMC.
Place.
Person.
Place, thing.
And so, if you want, please write these down because we're reviewing. You probably know these. The person is who. If you don't have somebody in the story, there's no story.
Actually,
Flower. One day flower grew.
Right, so your flower is the main character. Gotcha.
I bet you can do. Wait, I bet you can sort
No, if you have a sentence with a subject, you've got it.
Adverbial.
No.
Action. Action. You've got to have something happen. So you got a character, even if it's a flower, and you got them doing something, growing.
Place, time,
And so you could say, what happens?
Growing.
Every story has to have something happen.
chose.
Place. Where is it? There's got to be some kind of setting,
Up
even if
with
it's not
nobody
the
in
script.
nowhere, nothing happens.
Time.
Boom, perfect story.
Place is
When
nowhere.
is it?
Time.
No.
When
What
is
did
it?
you say?
When does it
Place is
happen?
nowhere.
So this together, the place and the time, are called setting.
There's a place called Neverland.
Then the last two are weird.
It was never a place.
The last two are more challenging, guys. Manner.
And
Manner is an answer to how is it happening. And when I say how is it happening, I don't mean give me an explanation for it's happening. I mean in what particular way is the action being unfolded. And then the last one is cause. Why is this happening?
That's not mine.
Is this what we did last year?
No, there's three more. Yes, this is narrative. So you should have, everybody in here should have seen this unless it's your first year with us.
No, we saw this last year.
Never there was no one doing nothing.
Unless you did.
All right, there's three more because that's only six. These are the narrative components. Then we've got
No one's
recognition,
We're talking about
it's distraction.
reversal, and suffering. Now these come, I think, from Aristotle, who says that every story has some element of pain or discomfort or suffering. Every good story has some element where the high are brought down or the low are brought up. There's a reversal, a change of fortune. And then recognition are those places where you have a touch point in the story, something you recognize.
Like, you mean like use like words like
Like if you said one bright sunny day, that's a kind of recognition because you know what a bright sunny day is like. Or if you have, like in our story, Rumpelstiltskin, if you've ever had the situation where you wanted to impress somebody and not knowing what to do, that's the point of recognition in the story. That you know what the miller was feeling. Or if you've ever been in a situation where somebody's telling you to do something that you really just cannot do, then you have a point of recognition with the miller's ball.
So recognition is a way to relate to the story.
A recognition is any point in the story where you can say, I know what they're talking about. So there's lots of points of recognition.
Mr. Richard, it doesn't say what time it happened.
But there's some clues, Chase. Let's talk through that.
Oh, I have
Now
a
we're
clue.
going to fill these out for our
What
story.
would this shift in fate be in the Rumpelstiltskin story?
Okay, do we have this one?
Elijah, you were being transferred. Securing Caleb.
Okay, let's do the persons. So who is in the story?
Rumpelstiltskin.
No.
Yeah.
The
We
dad.
got a Miller.
The daughter.
Miller's daughter. She's never named, and neither is the Miller.
I'm just gonna put Queen.
Yeah, the miller is
This
Rumpelstiltskin.
is
Oh, wait,
more
no.
fundamental
The
to
king.
identity. You can put /queen.
The people she sent out to get the names.
King messengers.
Come on. The servants.
Let's call them servants. Thanks. Better word. Servants. Who else?
Rumpel.
Oh, Rumpy Pants.
The servant who went to go find.
That's a mess.
Servants. Okay. Is there anybody else?
And all the names she named. The king. Oh.
Yeah.
Would you say like all, she like names, she's like, is her name Charlie or Bob or Billy?
No, those aren't characters in the story.
Those are just names. You know? Just names.
And if you were a movie, if you were writing a movie and you had like a huge crowd, you wouldn't want to name all 300 people that are in the crowd in the Times Square. You're just going to say crowd.
Wait, isn't her child too? The child?
Oh, yeah, the baby.
Well, that's not important.
Yeah.
The kid isn't important.
I guess it gets
Yeah,
it does
it's
provide some of
mentioned.
the conflict here. The love of a mother for her child.
You adopted the miller's daughter, the queen. I have something to say.
Wait, what did you do wrong? I don't understand.
There.
Is that the order in which
Is
it's
that
better?
better?
Wait, why did you name the Millers and Whoa?
Miller's daughter.
This is a lesson about neatness. Don't be like
That makes me happy.
Yes, DJ.
How did those people do those little sketches walking with like Boss Baby, or you just come like the guys?
I don't know. We're going to do action a little different later, so just put, we did this out loud.
Why didn't you just say no? I want to give you my hit.
Because he obviously is working with some different rules than normal.
He's a magical being that can make.
Yeah, he can appear walking through locked doors, turn grass into gold. You don't mess with little short men that can do that.
Well, they don't mess with. Never mind.
Okay,
Keep that comment to myself.
place. Where does this happen?
Mr. Richard,
At the cast.
I have a question.
You may ask.
Question.
You are.
Does the story technically say that old Grumpy is ugly, or is he like nicely dressed?
It doesn't say.
So he could be evil.
Yeah, you can
Once
describe
upon a time.
Once
Pretty.
probably
Every
add
time I
description.
think Grumpy's so scared.
Okay, guys, where is the
It took
story?
place in Palace.
I know about like.
What is the Arlen, where is the story
At
happening?
the palace. Thanks.
Parsley.
And
Now let's broaden out. What kind of place has a palace?
Oh wait, hold on.
Kingdom?
Yeah.
on a hill.
Why do you say it's on a hill? Does it say that?
Yes, it does. It says the messengers go find
Oh, he's on a high mountain.
yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin's on a high mountain. Okay. So good. Now,
Wait, there's
In the forest.
is it forest?
Yeah.
yes.
The end of the forest. So we're kind of getting a sense of fairy tale land
the
here.
mill.
Cinderella time. It doesn't take place after the mill.
Now,
It takes
time.
place in one.
Long medieval.
It's got to be, it's not 21st century because there's
2020.
spinning things and there's a miller. Now we call that
And there's a king and a queen.
So we're going to say there's a
There's king and queen in England.
Well, there are still kings and queens, so you could.
She finally died.
Right, but it's not the same. Right.
No,
You get the distinct sense from
I
the
know.
palace. You get the distinct sense from the palace, the forest, the
We don't have
mountains.
forests anymore. What are you
That
talking
we're
about?
in like old Middle Ages or something.
Forests, what a joke.
Middle Ages.
Modern economy?
Right, because the king's all trying to get gold from a miller's daughter who has magical powers. So we're going to call that kind of old Middle Ages, or even better, once upon a time.
I was right.
Which gives us a sense that, okay, we're dealing with storybook time. It's like once upon a time.
You should doc the show.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the show.
Me too.
I think it's funny how it says a long in a galaxy far,
This
far
is the
away.
Okay, now, we got to switch gears here.
1800s.
Manner and cause are the hardest. So when we say, how is the story unfolding? Here's what I put. I put that most of the action is falling under a shroud of an ignorant and fearful lie. So the flavor of the story is happening underneath the dad's, what was it? It was a straight up lie. He wanted to be accepted. He wasn't too sharp about it. And so I called it an ignorant and fearful lie. And so the manner of the story, you kind of have a sense that it's underneath this heavy cloud. And so that's how I captured it, is to say it's under the shroud of an ignorant, fearful lie. I also put that there's helplessness and despair throughout the story. The miller's poor, that was portrayed regularly as just, what am I going to do? Even the king is greedy and selfish. The mannequin isn't offering help. He's just, give me something and I'll do it for you. You know, and so the manner is, it's kind of a darker story. So you've got to capture that fact. It's not like...
Are we writing that down?
Yeah, in the manner. You need to capture what the manner is. So I'm giving you some ideas. And then I also put that there's surprise. I frequent points, and strange manipulation. The king is manipulating, the mannequin is manipulating, and the girls are trying to make it. Yeah.
Well, now I'm not.
Wait, you don't even know that in the rest of the story. So what is he doing with all this drama happening? He's just...
He probably just
He's like, got him over, married off. Done.
I was gonna be.
Oh yeah, Miss Richard, I remember.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be the lazy grandpa or something?
When you said,
Just a minute, Abby.
when you said she could, like, spin it into gold, I thought you meant like it would be so. The string would be so good that it would be like gold. It would be priceless. That's what I thought.
Oh, I see. No, I think it was a magical feat of changing grass into actual.
Like water into wine.
Priceless.
Okay, what did you? Could somebody that put down their manner please share what you put? This is a hard one. I want to make sure you got something good.
Jerk.
Chase, what did you put down?
Next copy yours.
You need a lot more than one word, okay?
Hey,
So make sure you get some of those other ideas.
Can I copy yours?
Yeah. Kylie, what you put?
But the whole plot is due to a fearful lie, and helplessness is a popular shame.
Great. Anna, what you put? Or
Lots
man?
of lying, greed, and sadness.
Okay, good. You're just trying to catch, kind of almost like the mood, you know, like how it happens. Is it eager? Is it sad? Is it? So what's the mood of the story?
You
would
wouldn't
say
like
another
if
way.
you were writing a novel, you wouldn't want one feeling to dominate the story the whole time, right? Because then you have an authentic story. Because people don't stay one way the whole time forever.
Right.
And so it wouldn't be believable. You'd have to have it
Right. That
shift.
comes with some of these things here. They're reversed.
Don't even you'd have to have it shift, right?
Yeah, CJ? Yes, you put.
I put this all happened because the guy had to lie to the foolish wretched king, which he tried to manipulate the daughter, which brought him up with still skin, also tried to remember the daughter and be a child.
Wow. Oh, here, pick me.
They did. They both did.
Now,
I have like
cause.
5 words.
Another way to think about the cause is the lesson of the story. What do we see about people and things in this story? So here's what I put people want recognition and reward. Why did this happen?
Because
The
they
dad wanted to be acknowledged. He wanted to be a poor bum. He wanted to be acknowledged by the king that he's something.
Oh, I know.
I also put people want to escape pain so much that they tend to compromise good sense. So she was afraid she's going to die, so she's like, okay, fine. What else can I do?
die.
Surprising information comes on the heels of hard labor. I don't know what that means.
Where'd you get that from?
I just said it. So I have no idea what I meant. Sounds cool. Okay, and I put don't trust angry magic dwarves. That's also another important lesson.
Oh, I bet.
But you gotta have what is the message of this story? What are some of the things we can pull out that are moving? What is the engine of this story?
Know all the names in the entire universe.
What is the engine of this story? Why is this story happening? And the cause.
Because she owed him.
The cause. Right, you got to keep your promise. That's another thing. So this is the ultimate level of this. Because when a story is effective, we recognize something deeply and powerfully. Not just surface. Not just, oh, I've been outside in the forest before. That's a level of recognition, and it's important. That's why authors spend time doing good description, because you have eyes and ears, and you're entering into the detail. But the most powerful level of recognition is seeing what drives the story forward. And so we're going to say, you're going to just list, let's say, about 5 things out of the story that pulled you in. What did you recognize in the story? You recognize a dad wanting to be somebody. You recognize a girl in a helpless situation. You recognize a dire need. You recognize surprising help. Sometimes help, if you've ever experienced that, you're like, unbelievable, I just got rescued. And you have no idea what's going to come that way. That's a point of recognition. So any of those kind of things. You've been in the dark before. That's a point of recognition. You know, she's sitting in the dark by herself. She's lonely. You've been lonely. That's
been forced to make gold grass. It's happening
Every day.
It's so annoying.
All too
Yes,
familiar
not
with the
camera.
situation.
My teachers.
I feel like what would happen if he asked her to make gold into straw into gold again?
Okay, what's the main point of reversal that we've seen here? There's a couple.
Rumple becomes dead.
Rumble becomes Rumble.
Rumple got flipped. He was in charge, then he got ripped. And that rhymed. So Rumple was kind of had all the cards in his hand, and then at the end you're like, whoa, he
The
lost.
miller's daughter became queen.
Yeah, poor girl becomes
It was
queen.
like the scene.
Disney is built on this thing.
It was like the scene.
Poor girl becomes queen. So that's two important. Reversal.
Cinderella.
Miller's daughter was recognized by the Miller was recognized by the king.
Miller recognized by the king. So you guys put down whatever points of reversal you notice, and then the last one is just list any parts of the story that were causes of suffering or pain. So poverty, there's grinding poverty in the beginning.
Rumple ripping himself.
There's the suffering under the greed of a leader, of an unjust leader, the abuse of power and position by the king. There's the girl thrown into the whole mix without much of a choice and without a choice. But she did have a choice. She could have just refused.
And died. I mean,
Refuse.
Well, no, she could have refused her dad. She's like, you told